So Diego Simeone has his boys flying high after their victory against Real Madrid. Next up, Barcelona. Really looking forward to this one. Let's talk some tactics. So straight into it, I have to pay credit, a lot of credit, to Atletico Madrid. Fantastic performance, so structured, so disciplined, and it's come from the way that Diego Simeone runs his team, the way he runs his practices. Apparently, he has them drilled to a T. He knows exactly how to play against Real Madrid, especially. They will forever be the thorn in Madrid's side. So let's look at the way they lined up. So according to this graphic, they go with a 4-2-3-1. That is the way that Atletico Madrid play when they are in possession. However, when they are defending, which is the first thing I'm going to talk about, especially against Real Madrid, they have mastered it because they understand what it takes to defend as a team, to defend as a structure. So if you look here, what they do when they play against a team like Real Madrid and similar to Barcelona is they soon transition to two banks of four. And they drop their two attacking midfielders right and left. They drop them into sort of left midfielders, right midfielders, so that they can all come back. They have their two banks of four, which just works so well. And then they have a hard-working striker. They started Torres, and I did have my comments about that. I think that it was exemplified in the first 5 minutes when he was caught like 25 yards offside. I'm not even exaggerating. We'll get onto that in a minute, but whatever, like Torres was up front, he did work hard enough, but what Atletico Madrid do with their strikers is they drill into them that this is not going to be an easy job. This is not going to be a walk in the park, just sitting up there, getting the ball, holding it in and moving it. You need to work your ass off, especially when the other team's in possession. So they have the front man who leads the charge, presses everywhere up there, and you've got someone like Griezmann who has got one of the best engines in the world, and he manages to work hard as well. He's got an amazing pace, he closes people down, and he works as his second sort of presser, the cover. So I always talk about this. You got your pressure, your cover, and your balance. The pressure right here, Fernando Torres. The cover in this example against Real Madrid was Griezmann, and the balance was your full team. They balance it very well. They move up together, they move back together, and they make sure that no team has any space in any area of the field. And then we're going to focus specifically on one man for Atletico Madrid. I cannot talk highly enough of him, Diego Godin. And he's a centre-back and a sweeper in one. He manages to drop back. And plenty of examples, Gareth Bale had the ball and made runs in behind down here. And not only did they have Godin cover, they had the full-back drop, and they had one of their defensive midfielders cross over. They had a triangle of a defensive partnership in there for one man. And you think there might be gaps all over the space, but the way they work it together is they focus these small areas of space so that teams have no other option than to put it into those corners and then bang, they're there in one swift movement. And don't get me wrong, if there's some amount of trickery that might go in there, and they might, someone like Messi, of course, who can manage to get himself out of those spaces, they might be a little isolated, but at the moment, it's working perfectly well for them, and they're going through it with an enormous amount of confidence getting into Barcelona. And they're doing well with cross balls, which Barcelona are conceding. The fantastic goal that came in from the corner, they attack it very well, and obviously they got the penalty against Real Madrid. So they are firing in all cylinders of the field, not just defensively. I think Mandzukic will come back into the team. I don't imagine Torres will start against Barcelona. I think that one was for the fans. I didn't think it was the best choice to make. I think he needs to find his way back into the La Liga. Very different style of football than the Serie A. So I fancy Mandzukic to come back in. Koke obviously come on, Turan. So, I mean, they went out there and they played Real Madrid off the park defensively. Real Madrid did have a few chances here and there, but they played them off the park with a few of their stars off, so that is impressive. So next up, we're going to talk about Barcelona. So if you look here at their formation they had in their last game against Real Sociedad, apparently there's some turmoil going on at Barcelona, so we can talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's just talk about the team that they set out with. So, of course, the big decision was Lionel Messi and Neymar left on the bench, as well as Alves. We know that they were given 2 extra days off during the break, which didn't resonate well amongst the whole team, apparently caused some conflict. So they were rested on the bench, but they didn't look too comfortable sitting there. And Barcelona didn't look too comfortable in this game at all. Real Sociedad had found ways to try and shut them down, and they attacked them where Barcelona, similar to Real Madrid, are weak, and that is from cross balls coming in early. And with Atletico Madrid, with the likes of Mandzukic coming back and how big a threat they are with cross balls, it's going to be dangerous. For me, Atletico Madrid are going to be favourites for this game. So when you're looking at this game coming up, obviously Messi is going to come back. I think that he's given this rest, and with everything going on in the background, with him not turning up to the open practice, etc., Luis Enrique would be mad not to start him again. And don't get me wrong, when you're a coach with so many stars, you need to have your foot down. You need to let them know that they can't be just doing what they want, that he's in charge. But I do think that they need Messi to come back, especially against Atletico Madrid. And this is what I would have to say they need to do. So if you look here, What Barcelona do, imagine Barcelona here in the blue, is they play this 4-3-3, of course, what they do well. But before you know it, Atletico Madrid are going to do exactly what they did against Real Madrid and back up so that you're caught in this area, this space here. And what I always talk about is that line of confrontation where Atletico Madrid have got it to a T. They know as soon as the ball drops into this area, they all step and they condense it. So there's nothing in this area. The ball can only move in this small area. They have to go way back like Real Madrid did and try to find a gap. But a few instances that Real Madrid were unlucky was Gareth Bale's running behind. So if you've got someone like Suarez or someone like Neymar or Messi who makes these runs, they need to be more direct at times. Maybe knock it back to the likes of Iniesta who can play one ball in behind. I know Marcelo caught them out with an amazing ball in behind that Gareth Bale was so unlucky not to get on, not to finish, as he put it, by the post. That could have turned the game on its head. And that's the sort of thing that Barcelona have to do to win this game. They have to be more direct. Tiki-taki can't go against a team like Atletico Madrid. They're very strong, very structured. My prediction for the game, 1-1 draw. At the new camp, I think it's going to be 1-1. I don't imagine there being a lot more goals in it unless a few things slip up. But you never know. If I'm right or wrong, leave your comments in the section below. We'll be back with more tactics. Subscribe to TIT Sports. Follow us on Twitter @TIT Sports and me @Francis_Maxwell. Don't be afraid to send me some insults if I get the score wrong.